Marijuana supporters gathered in downtown Dallas today as part of their fight to legalize the drug, and they did have some support from an unlikely ally. News 8's Tanya Iser has the story.
It's quitting time for Dallas police officer Nick Novello. After a quick change into his civvies,
today I am honored to introduce somebody to you.
Novello's off to a downtown rally calling for the legalization of marijuana.
This is a man who I deeply respect.
Where he's a featured speaker.
It's still the criminalization of those we've sworn to protect.
An honored guest.
And I'm here because I support you.
Novello's a vocal proponent of decriminalizing the possession of small amounts of marijuana.
To me, I see this as a moral choice.
Long a burr in the side of Dallas police chiefs, past and present, Novello refuses to remain silent, even knowing it could cost him his job.
Now let me pose this question to our city leaders. What do you say to someone who's gotten out of jail after 20 years for cannabis when we have people in various other states becoming millionaires for the same behavior? How do you reconcile that?
What would you do now if you ran across somebody with marijuana?
Well, you know, that's an interesting question. I'd have a decision to make, wouldn't I?
Legalize! Legalize!
Back at the march, it's a vocal crowd.
Free the weed!
The crowd's gathering just weeks before Dallas's cite and release policy takes effect.
Legalize Texas! Here comes Dallas PD. Everybody say hello.
Protesters openly smoke marijuana.
It helps with the joint pain and the anxiety and depression.
Cops look on, pointedly not interfering.
In prohibition!
Novello calls on the crowd to fight the good fight.
And I would challenge you, let's do more than have a cathartic moment up here.
Vowing never to be silenced.
Stand fast. I applaud you, and I thank you for your time today.
Tanya Iser, Channel 8 News.
Good cop risks his career to openly advocate for legalization of cannabis. A veteran police officer who has criticized arrest quotas and corruption in his own department is now speaking out in support of cannabis legalization. By Rachel Blevins, October 30, 2017. A veteran police officer is speaking out in support of a cause that few of his colleagues have dared to publicly support: the fight to decriminalize cannabis. Officer Nick Novello drew attention from local media when he was a featured speaker at a rally in support of cannabis legalization in downtown Dallas on Saturday. "I'm here because I support you," Novello told the crowd. "Today government does whatever it wants to do, and you and I have to ask permission to exercise our basic freedoms. I have a problem with that." Novello told WFAA News that he believes individuals should not be punished for life if they choose to smoke cannabis, and part of the problem with the current justice system is that many of the politicians in office today have admitted to trying cannabis when they were younger. They just didn't get caught and weren't minorities. "To me, I see this as a moral choice," Novello said. "Let me pose this question to our city leaders: what do you say to someone who has gotten out of jail after 20 years for cannabis when we have people in various other states becoming millionaires for the same behavior? How do you reconcile that?" Advertisement. It's still the criminalization of those we've sworn to protect. Novello also spoke out in July 2016, criticizing the Dallas police chief for painting a false picture of the department and ignoring the ongoing corruption that is running rampant among its officers. "Officers are under pressure to reach targets. There has to be an end to the arrest and ticket quota that exists within the Dallas Police Department," Novello said. "I am sick and tired of the public face of togetherness the chief puts on when he knows there's a lot of bad feeling behind the scenes." As a 35-year veteran of the Dallas Police Department, Novello has criticized the fact that departments devote so much effort to catching and punishing nonviolent offenders who are caught with small amounts of cannabis, which inevitably takes away from the effort they could be putting towards responding to 911 callers who are in danger. Read more. Disgusting racism. Cops film themselves harassing and humiliating black men. When the Dallas City Council announced its new city budget plan in August, the report claimed that the Priority 1 response time was an average of 8.24 minutes as of May 8, 2017. However, Novello told NBC DFW that the numbers were wrong, and the total time from when a call is received until an officer arrives is longer than what the department figures show. When we say the calls are going out promptly, no, they're not. No, they're not, Novello said. You're putting the calls in somebody's box giving the impression they've been assigned. Novello told WFAA that he has faced some backlash for sharing his views, and the Dallas Police Department even opened an internal investigation in August after he published a video on YouTube calling on President Trump to change the nation's cannabis policy. Mr. President, the reason I come before you today is because I'm part of a small group of officers who feel our culture imperiled principally because of bad laws. So what I'd like to ask today, sir, is that you give serious consideration to removing cannabis from the Schedule I status that it now carries, and in doing so, you would allow its use in research for medicinal purposes. My passion lies with the fact that we would cease criminalizing our young. The report from WFAA claimed that while Novello planned to retire in September, he has remained on the force because he refuses to retire while an investigation into his conduct is ongoing. Why am I still employed? Because quite frankly, they know I'm right, he said. Read more. Education in a police state, at least 4 children tossed by cops in school in only a few weeks.
Mr. President, my name is Nick Novello. I'm a working Dallas police officer and have been for 35 years. Prior to that, I served 10 years with the Armed Forces, 2 years Navy, 8 years Army. I would like what I'm about to say to be understood within the context of something that Chief Terrence Cunningham said. He is a chief with the International Police Chiefs Association. He made a statement in October of last year that was very telling. In his statement, he apologized to Black and brown America. And I quote, "We have done some unspeakable things because of some really bad laws on the books." And Mr. President, the reason I come before you today, because I'm part of a small group of officers who feel our culture imperiled, principally because of bad laws. So what I'd like to ask today, sir, is that you give serious consideration to removing cannabis from the Schedule I status that it now carries. And in doing so, you would allow its use in research for medicinal purposes. And then my passion lies with the fact that we would cease criminalizing our young. What's very telling to me is that we have an awful lot of folks in America that are going to make an awful lot of money shortly for the very thing that we have hundreds of thousands of men incarcerated for. Mr. President, I have a family, daughter, granddaughter. I would like to think that they're going to have a viable culture to live in. The reason that Stan Mason, Mike Hackbarth, and I speak is because we've got over 100 years of policing, Black, brown, and white officers all saying the same thing. We need to reform the policing function in America, sir. It's the difference between compliance and coercion. That's where we are right now, and I believe we can begin. I know that we have to start incrementally, and it'll be incremental changes, but I'd love to see, and so would millions of Americans, love to see cannabis taken off the Schedule I list. Mr. President, myself, Stan Mason, and Mike Hackbarth, again, we comprise over 100 years of street experience. We would love an opportunity to go to Congress to speak and give a real vantage point of the experiential element and what it means to work the streets of America. I believe, sir, that you're probably hearing an awful lot from administrators and others who have an agenda. Sir, we risk everything doing this, and we risk it gladly. All we're asking is to be heard. We believe everything we say can be proven. We need to reform the policing function in America. We need to show the folks they can trust us and that we do our jobs within constitutional context. I thank you for your time, sir.
Need a car? Don't forget to stop by carmarshal.com where you can scout through over 100,000 new and used car vehicles. Take a look around. Get you a new affordable car. carmarshal.com.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I've I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. You know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts. 4 hours a day, and to save America. You know, but at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So, but getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal. And there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. Is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know, we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself. 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, now we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So if you can give more than that dream of everybody giving $1, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not, they're just not. So anyways, if you can give more than that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that, that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now, where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran in, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran in, no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But, so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. Absolutely give way more than $1 a month. If you can, I appreciate anything. By the way, remember too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But, and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way, what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it, but it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So that case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know that $1 a month from everybody is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.